Morning, everybody. Hi, welcome to another bright, fine, sunny day. At least it is here. Now that you know from in here in the studio, but the sun's out, it's shining, and I thought, so many times on the show, I've been telling you guys, hey, check out the podcast, check out the podcast, check out the podcast. And I'm really proud of what we're doing there on the podcast, and we've done a lot of great shows, many of them brand new, most of them brand new. I just am so excited about it. And I thought, rather than trying to get all of you guys to go over and check out the podcast, why not bring a sneak peek of the podcast to you? So that's what I'm doing here this morning, ladies and gentlemen. I've got a little clip loaded up that I hope you'll enjoy and give you a little taste of at least some of the stuff that we cover on the podcast. And in this case, it's a ghost encounter, but it's a clip from Monday's show, which Monday, the 26th, just yesterday. And I hope you guys will like it. I hope you guys will look for the podcast. And it can be found on Iheartradio, iTunes, Pandora, Spotify, and a gajillion other ones. I mean, there's like 50 other applications that we're on. Special thanks to Revolver Podcasts for making that possible. But I just wanted to take a moment and give you a little sneak peek about what's going over there in the podcast universe with the Paranormal Portal. And I hope you'll enjoy it, and I hope you check it out. So without further ado, here we go. Eventually. In my head, that was going to go a lot smoother, but here we go. It was late last August 2007, and now my fiance and I lived in separate cities, about an hour from each other, in fact, so every chance I got to go spend the night with him or even see him for longer than an hour, I did. He told me he'd be watching one of his coworkers' homes for the next week, so since he was going to be away on vacation, and the friend had some animals that needed everyday attention, I was invited to spend the week there with him, so of course I accepted. Everything was fine on the first day. We chilled in the trailer and watched some TV and had a few beers, and everything was good. Well, the day went on and it became time to get to bed, and Jamie wasn't tired, but I was exhausted, so I told him I was going to go to bed with or without him. As soon as I closed the door, I got this strange feeling like someone was watching me, and since this person's trailer was in a bad neighborhood, I told Jamie so he would set the alarm and check all the windows and stuff. With all that done, I felt a little better, but not a lot. I laid down and started to fall asleep when the cat jumped on me, so now I'm fully awake. I turned on the TV to try to bore myself to sleep.
From New York, the greatest city in the world, it's The Late Show with David Letterman.
Then I'd say about 5 minutes or so later, the bed started to shake violently. Jamie yelled to me to stop horsing around, but this wasn't our place and he didn't want me to accidentally break anything. I was so astonished I couldn't speak. The cat at this point had her claws dug into my shoulder and she huddled onto my neck. Finally, it really hit me that this was real. So I yelled for Jamie to come here right now. And I then heard a voice as clearly as I could hear you if you were talking to me in a normal tone, and it said,
"He's fine here, but you need to go. When he gets to the door, he will see nothing."
Well, I was shocked. And as soon as he touched the doorknob, the jingle noise that they make, the bed stopped. I wasn't really scared. I was just shocked and amazed. And what surprised me the most, Jamie said, "Was someone in here with you? I heard another voice." The TV volume was all the way down by the way, so I was so amazed I told him what had happened, and he, being my loving fiance, believed me. The cat was my proof. She still terribly trembled, and after this he just watched TV in the room with me while I slept. Well, the second night, the same thing happened, in the same detail, but instead of calling for Jamie, I asked the ghost or whatever, why don't you want me here? I'm a friend of Jordan's, who is the owner. And I'm only here helping to make sure this place doesn't get broke into. You are the one who should go. It's time to move on. And again, I got this feeling that someone was sitting next to me, staring at me. I turned to look at the cat because she was now hissing at something, and when I did, I saw a woman in the mirror. Most people at this point, I think, would be out the door and down the street. She looked dead at me, like she was mad at me, and I should not be there. Then she smiled and pointed. I looked in the direction she was pointing, and when I looked back, she was gone. I got up and went over to see what she pointed at, and it was a picture of Jordan and the woman. I was just visited by his mother. She died about a year before, and he was badly depressed when she died. I never said anything to Jamie about this because I didn't want him to upset Jordan. I just told Jordan that he has a guardian angel who's watching over him and that loves and protects him more than he will ever know. So I hope you guys see why Don and I are so excited about the podcast. It's of course it takes a lot of work. It takes a lot of time and dedication, but we're really having a lot of fun with it, and we're being we just are being incredibly creative and having a good time, and we just want you guys all to enjoy it as well. So I hope that you guys are. I got to look at the chat here. I haven't been able to see it. So I hope you guys are thinking about checking it out anyway. It would make us really proud and happy, and fill us with senses of swelling pride. But anyway, guys, I just wanted to take a few moments today, right away in the morning, sitting here having my morning coffee and thinking, hey, why don't we bring the podcast to them? So there you go. Spread the word, share the video, let people know about the Paranormal Portal podcast and about the Paranormal Portal in general. And full disclosure, I didn't write all the music in that segment that you just heard. So, just saying. But I hope you guys enjoyed it. Thank you guys so much. I'm glad to see everybody loved it. Thank you guys for coming in. It's wonderful. And I guess I'll see you guys tonight. But have a great day. And I'll talk to you soon. See ya.